Please do be seated. As Secretary and Clerk, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you to this evening's graduation ceremony. Graduation ceremonies follow a tradition that began in the 15th century, and that tradition has evolved since. Roughly translated, graduation means taking a step. And graduation symbolizes the move of the former student, now called a graduand, into a new role in wider society as a graduate, there to use the talents developed as a member of this academic society. Each graduand will cross the stage and shake hands with the Vice-Chancellor to symbolize their transition to this new role, and we will applaud them for their success so far and in anticipation of their contribution to society in the future. At the end of the ceremony, the Vice-Chancellor will formally admit all those who have crossed the stage, symbolizing that each and every graduate is now incorporated into the community of scholars. As new members of this community, as the academic procession leaves the stage, the new graduates will join the procession, and that will conclude the proceedings. During the ceremony, those graduating with higher degrees will have their hood placed on them by the Vice-Chancellor to mark that they have attained the very highest levels of academic achievement. It is now time to begin our formal proceedings, and so I hereby declare the ceremony to be in session, and I call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ian Martin, to address you. Vice-Chancellor.
Graduands, family, friends, colleagues, as Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, it's my very great pleasure to be here today at this Your Graduation ceremony. This is my first year at ARU, and this autumn's graduation celebrations are the first that I am fortunate enough to be part of. Congratulations on reaching this milestone and graduating from your chosen course. Today is not only a chance to take stock and celebrate your achievements to date, but to look forward to the multitude of careers that stretch in front of each of you. These careers will undoubtedly be wide and varied, but they will be joined by a common theme that is going to touch on all of you. That theme is change, an unpredictable change at that. My academic background is medicine, but from before I started my medical degree to date, I've kept a very active interest in computers and digital technology, such that my daughters refer to me as a geek or worse. I'm going to use these two professional and hobby experiences to put into context what I mean by unpredictable change. It was the German philosopher Hegel who first commented that the only thing we learn from history is that we learn nothing from history. He was correct in many contexts, but one, he was wrong. We certainly have learnt from history that we're absolutely lousy at predicting the future and the change that will come upon us. Just a few historical examples of how wrong we can be. Let's start in the 19th century. The telephone has too many shortcomings to be seriously considered as a means of communication. Western Union internal memo in 1876. The Americans weren't very good, but the Brits were not much better. The Americans have need of the telephone, but we do not. We have plenty of messenger boys. Sir William Preece, chief engineer at the post office, again in 1876. We entered the 20th century. We didn't get any better. Thomas Watson, who was running IBM at the time, 1949. I think there is a world market for maybe 5 computers. 1977, we might have been learning, but we weren't. Ken Olsen, who ran DEC, which at the time was the biggest computer company in the world. There is no reason in the world why anyone would want a computer in their home. No reason. To turn to a name that's much more familiar, Bill Gates, into the 1980s. 640K of RAM should be enough for anybody. I think I've made my point, but what's the relevance to you? I think there are 3 things that we can draw from this. Firstly, the environment you work in is going to be incredibly different by the time you retire. Secondly, you will absolutely fail if you try too hard to predict the future. And finally, and most importantly, as graduates, you have a duty individually and collectively to help shape that future. It's not going to occur by chance. For those of you graduating from your first degree, your career is going to cover the next 45 years or so, a positively scary thought. What's the world going to look like in 45, 46 years' time? We're not going to know, but let's go back 45, 46 years and see what the world was like then. 1970. This is history book stuff for most of you. The Cold War was at its peak, the Vietnam War was raging, and Richard Nixon was the US president. There were two Germanys, and no one could have foreseen this changing peacefully less than 20 years later. The Beatles, you may have heard of them, had yet to split up. Relevant today, less than 10% of the population went to university, a figure now 40%. Average life expectancy at birth was around 65 to 68 years. It's now more than a decade older. A gallon of petrol cost around 20 pence, although for most people in 1970 that was still 4 shillings. And commercial jet travel was almost unheard of for all but the very rich. Turning back to my interest, the thing that has defined much of the last decade and globalization has been digital technologies. In 1970, what was available was very limited. Probably the most powerful off-the-shelf IBM computer at the time was the grandfather of the current desktop computer you have sitting at home. It ran at a staggeringly fast speed, at least they thought it was, but it's about 1/200,000th of the speed of a current cheap desktop computer you could get from Currys tomorrow. It had, out purchase, 8 kilobytes of memory, and you could expand it to 256 kilobytes if you were wealthy. And you needed to be wealthy. I couldn't find a 1970 price list, but I could find a 1979 price list. There was a price cut in memory. It went from 75,000 US per megabyte to 50,000 US per megabyte. Even at that vastly reduced price, that doesn't really ring true until I say the memory in my iPhone sitting in my pocket at those prices would cost 1.6 billion US dollars. That's your challenge. What $1 billion technology are you going to help put in people's pockets by the time you retire? Just as technology has changed, medicine and medical practice has changed, in some cases beyond recognition. None of you will have been at a school, or only a few of you, where a minority of children were in calipers as a consequence of childhood polio, a fact conveniently lost on those who argue against immunisation. If you are a child with cancer, your chances of survival has increased immeasurably over the last 3 generations. And we have the most incredible technology to image and assess patients in ways that even 30 years ago, when I started medical practice, would have been unimaginable. In both of these fields, and in many others, these advances are in a large part only possible because of the parallel strands of education and research, the two things that define a university and this university. They are why the university as a concept and a university education are so important, and they're why you've worked so hard to be here today. Whatever career you enter, make sure you embrace changes and advances, challenging, provoking, implementing new ideas. Above all, do not be so proud as to not recognise the inevitability of change and how it will challenge your own practice and career, or careers, I should say. To quote Albert Einstein, whoever undertakes to set himself up as a judge of truth and knowledge is shipwrecked by the laughter of the gods. At ARU, we're committed to delivering an outstanding educational experience for our students, carrying out research and innovation whose results transform lives and communities, and working to support the economic, social, and cultural well-being of the communities we serve. We strive to see each of these aspects improve year on year, and this year was no exception, as testified by external surveys and rankings. We had our best ever results in the National Student Survey. The Times Sunday Times UK rankings placed the educational experience you've had as amongst the top 20 in the country. And for the first time in our short 24-year history as a university, we featured in the prestigious Times Higher Global University Rankings. This places your university in the top 2 to 5% of institutions around the world. You, as our graduates, are a key part of that success, and for that we thank you all. Before I close, I need to make special mention of your family, friends and supporters who have provided you with cultural, spiritual, moral, philosophical and probably financial support during your education. On behalf of everybody here, we'd like to thank you for the support that you've given our graduates. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank the staff across ARU who've contributed to so many aspects of your courses, alongside our governing board, whose wisdom and guidance has helped shape our university. I wish you well wherever your ARU degree takes you. I hope you'll continue a relationship with our university in the coming years. Our success and your success are now absolutely and inextricably linked. Enjoy the day. Once again, congratulations. Anglia Ruskin would not be where it is today without you as our graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. We now come to the presentation of those receiving awards today to the Vice-Chancellor, and I should explain at this point that each year we have a competition for the loudest applause at one of these graduation ceremonies. Now, the nurses were in this afternoon, and need I say more? I don't think you're going to beat them. Your deans tells me that you may, so let's see how we go. I now call upon the Deputy Dean, Quality Management and Student Experience, Dr. Susan Madden, to read the names of those who will be presented from the Faculty of Medical Science. Dr. Madden.
Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present to you graduates from the Faculty of Medical Science for the award of Diploma of Higher Education Operating Department Practice, Stephanie Lauren Askham. Ginter Braskiti. Peter Cannon. Natasha Louise Doran. Catherine Dunmore. Abigail Dawn Jacobs. Jasmine Jonas. Catherine Wamitha Kiwalibi. Kirsty Marie Lum. Jessica Rebecca Louise Porter. George Seravidis. Nicola Jane Slater. Sibususiwi Tembo. Claire Elizabeth Wilkins. Sally Marie Wing. For the award of Foundation Degree in the Sciences, Health and Social Care, Gavin Lee Arbon. Kerry Leanne Atkins. Louise Catherine Barker. Claire Catton. Lauren Curry. Natalie Davis. Abby Ann Elizabeth Dennis. Hazel Agnes Doyle. Claire Lucille Edwards. Lynn Edwards. Patricia Edwards. Anthony Fleming. Emma Fleming. Corinne Mary Goodchild. Cara Jane Goodwin. Donna Hanson. Jade Louise Hart. Kasia Kozleska. Beverly Ann Leaford. Lucy Miller. Amelie Meary. Jeanette Partridge. Ramona Roxanne Spencer. Sandra Woods. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Health and Social Care, Paula Lee Milligan. Chelsea Rose Westhrop. For the award of Master of Science Public Health, Georges Kalesli Abeluki. No. Kasalukuwu Chiamaki Ibi. Ossie Thompson Kakulu. Inyi Miefa. Mariam Muniva Mohammed. Linda Nakisa Malunda. Enka Jennifer Ngobili. Izini Onyinini Obili. Bolu Peditin Odiwumi. Bolutifi Adibisi Olaliyi. Ojinimi Solomon Opaluwa. David Sasamikulu Kasita. Shamila Tiwiri. For the award of Master of Science Advanced Practice, Catherine Teresa Alban Jones. Nicola Bidwell. Maxine Hilary Chapman. Nairai Terry Chinyama. Yanzu Lee. Fiona Margaret McLaren. Cheryl Paul. Alison Joy Webb. For the award of Master of Business Administration Hospital Management, Sian Morgan. For the award of Foundation Degree in the Sciences, Leadership and Management in Health and Social Care, Christopher Masico. Donna Walker. Petronella Precious Wadzigina Alma. Kerry Lee Wybrow. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Management and Leadership in Health and Social Care, Devon Miles Barwood. Caroline Cooper. Rachel Ferris. Claire Louise Finnerty. Rachel Kay. Stephen Anthony Middleton. Kelvin John Pye. Jonathan Malcolm Shuley. Mark Raymond Slade. Christian Grant Sullivan. For the award of Master of Science Physiotherapy, Henrietta Iafoma Arinzi. Zanib Dodo Isa. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Healthcare Sciences, Physiological Sciences, Evelyn Amawa. Chloe Annabelle Edwards. Zoe Elizabeth Kemp. Lisa Susanna Matthew. Sura Muhan Kumar. Wendy Sherman. Aldrin Singh. Misa Taylor. Poppy Thorpe. Ernstine Pratibha Karitha Vasa. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate Healthcare Management, Esther Angela Walker. For the award of Master of Science Healthcare Management, Katya Kekuti. Vanessa Lauren Hansel. Gopika Ramesh. Susan Elizabeth Wilkinson. For the award of Master of Business Administration Healthcare Management, Megumi Harayama. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate Magnetic Resonance Imaging, Joel Candray. For the award of Master of Science Magnetic Resonance Imaging, Cephas Mususu Nure. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate Medical and Healthcare Education, Ngomi Memory Ruz Vid Zoko. For the award of Master of Science Medical and Healthcare Education, Anchili Chanuo. Vice-Chancellor, that completes the list of graduates for me to present to you today.
Each year, Anglia Ruskin University makes a number of honorary awards to individuals outstanding in their field of endeavour, who we hope will serve as an inspiration to those of you crossing the platform this evening. Their stunning achievement should motivate us all by reminding us that we should see our own success to date but as a starting point. They pose the question, shouldn't we too aspire to success like theirs? I now call upon Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Dean, Professor Eamon Strain, to read the citation for the award of Honorary Fellow, Honoris Causa, to Anne Strether.
Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to read the citation for Anne Strether for the award of Honorary Fellow. Anne Strether is Chief Executive of CamSight, the Cambridgeshire charity that provides practical and emotional support to people with sight loss, helping them to maintain their independence and quality of life. Anne came to CamSight after having already spent 20 years working diligently in the voluntary sector in Cambridgeshire. And her experience and dedication have proved instrumental in helping the organisation move forward, expanding its services and extending its reach within the local community. Anne has been the driving force in ensuring there is an equitable visual impairment service for people within our region. She acts as the voice of the sight-impaired community, and as coordinator of the Cambridgeshire Vision Partnership, Anne has collaborated with the Cambridgeshire and Peterborough Clinical Commissioning Group, Acute Trust, and Cambridgeshire County Council to ensure that high-quality service provision for sight-impaired people is at the centre of any new health and social care plans. Our university has long enjoyed close links with CamSight, and this relationship has delivered increasing benefits to our community in recent years. We have collaborated directly on projects to evaluate the impact of CamSight's work, enabling the charity to validate its service provision, strengthening our research output, and ultimately leading to the development of a College of Optometrists-funded research project. Under Anne's direction, CamSight has developed training sessions for all our final year optometry students, educating them on the full range of voluntary sector services available to the visually impaired and enabling our students to better support their future patients. Anne has also facilitated the development of a referral system between CamSight and the Anglia Ruskin University Eye Clinic, creating a seamless patient experience and providing a valuable opportunity for visually impaired people to engage with our students. CamSight also teaches sighted guiding techniques to our students. And by providing volunteering opportunities for our undergraduates to act as befrienders and as helpers in their equipment centre, Anne's organisation gives our students the opportunity to gain valuable practical experience. This helps them to better understand the needs of visually impaired people, a crucial insight for any newly qualified optometrist seeking to improve the standards of patient care. Thanks to Anne, this close collaboration between CamSight and our university continues to deliver enormous benefits for Cambridgeshire's visually impaired community. Anne's passion for ensuring that patients receive the best possible service close to their home means we all benefit from her continued hard work. She will be an excellent role model for our students. We are delighted to welcome Anne Strether to the Anglia Ruskin community. Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present Anne Strether for the award of Fellow of the University, Honoris Causa.
By the authority vested in me as Vice-Chancellor at Anglia Ruskin University, I confer on you, Anne Elizabeth Strether, the award of Honorary Fellow Honoris Causa. Our heartiest congratulations and thanks. So we do that. That's great. You can do your bit now.
Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests and students, I would like to thank you for this very great honour of an honorary fellowship from Anglia Ruskin University, and to say how much it means to me and to CAMSITE, the local visual impairment charity I am privileged to lead. I would also like to thank my partners in the Department of Vision and Hearing Sciences at Anglia Ruskin for all our exciting work together. At CAMSITE, we support blind and partially sighted people in living as they wish. We help people in the fear and frustration of losing their sight and give them hope and the means to live independently. I am delighted to speak to those who have graduated today and to congratulate you on your great achievement. What I want to say today is why I believe that you should now have every confidence in taking up opportunities that will come your way. When I was offered the chance to lead CAMSITE 10 years ago, I had faith in those who appointed me, but was uncertain about taking responsibility for so many potentially vulnerable people. I am glad I accepted and believe that there are 3 reasons why you should feel more confident than I did in taking up new ventures. Firstly, clearly the learning and ideas you have gained at Anglia Ruskin mean you are well placed to undertake any challenges you encounter. Secondly, however daunting new challenges might seem, I have learnt that you are not alone, but are surrounded by people who want to help you succeed. I have immense support from CAMSITE and our partners, and we are especially fortunate to work with the Department of Vision and Hearing Sciences here and benefit the wider community together. Each year at CAMSITE, we meet third-year optometry and dispensing optician students and explore with them the reality of living with sight loss. Students talk with visually impaired people and learn to guide each other blindfold around our building. Then we have 2 counsellors at CAMSITE, one of whom, Claire, is visually impaired. They bring people together who are finding life difficult to share their feelings about losing their sight. Research by Anglia Ruskin showed that while these emotional support groups were powerful, their benefits could tail off in time. Claire had attended the groups herself and felt passionately about their ability to turn people's lives around. Inspired by your research, she now brings previous participants together to continue supporting one another. A third reason to feel confident is that there will always be people to inspire you. I meet people with little or no sight doing incredible things, and I'm glad to share some stories with you. Ryan was 6 months old when he came to our preschool group. Having little sight, he stayed at his mum's side during messy play, singing, and the special sensory time with light and sound. When his little sister was born, we introduced him to a tiny white cane to push along, and with this, he felt so confident there was no stopping him. My second story is Rita's. Driving back from work to home in Fenland in North Cambridgeshire, she felt something in her eye. Thinking it was a speck in her contact lens, she stopped. But it was a hemorrhage, and Rita never worked or drove again. After time in hospital, she also attended our emotional support groups. And in Rita's words, "I was devastated about my sight loss, but now I've stopped crying." Rita learnt to get out and about and to cook again. And at that time, we were opening a centre in Fenland, and Rita helped us to set it up. People came to buy talking watches or magnifiers, but it became clear that they were coming back to talk to Rita with all her warmth and encouragement. Rita realised that people were lonely and afraid, so she set up a social group and, with her counselling experience, helped establish further emotional support groups for people in Fenland. Finally, Warren's story. Warren was studying for his A-levels at sixth form in Cambridge when his sight deteriorated. He was frightened, but what he wanted from CAMSITE was to use his computer again and get back on social media. We found him a tandem so he could cycle again and helped him to study. Warren is now employed by CAMSITE as an ambassador. He helps run our tandem project and went to Rio to watch the Paralympics. But in Warren's words, Going to university is something I thought I would never do when I lost my sight. But getting a 2:1 degree in history at Anglia Ruskin University is probably the thing that I am most proud of. I believe you have every reason to be confident in taking up new opportunities, and that as you do, you will provide chances and support for other people. And as you look around you, you will find that you yourselves are a great source of inspiration for others. I would like to finish by saying thank you again for this incredible honour, to offer my congratulations on your graduation today, and to wish you fulfilment in whichever path you choose. Thank you.
And thank you. We now continue the presentation of those receiving awards this evening to the Vice-Chancellor, and I call upon Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Dean, Professor Eamon Strain, to read the names of those who will be presented from the Faculty of Science and Technology. Professor Strain.
Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present to you graduates from the Faculty of Science and Technology. For the award of Foundation Degree in the Sciences, Hearing Aid Audiology, Matthew Stephen Ball. Brian Ben Blackburn. Also receiving the Octicon Prize and the Cervantes Prize, Daniel Brown. Jennifer Byrne. Hannah Louise Collett. Amy Fionn Davies. Nicola Louise Davis. Kirsty Doherty. Haley Gothridge. James Nicholas Greenling. Hadrian Leonard Gregory Harris. Sherry Honey. Bryony Jones. Lewis Jones. Prina Carrier. Hannah Lyon. Sunil Makbul. Amritraj Matharu. Laura Emily Mesterhazy. Harman Mutmaili. Andrew Richard Nornberg. Matthew James Palmer Rowe. Mario Antonio Pereira. Michael Robert Phillips. Lucy Prince. Kathy Russell. Kirsty Marie Save. Deborah Amy Selmy. Jessica Sillett. Daniel Wallace. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Hearing Science, and also receiving the Hearing Health Care Centre Award, Colin Chapman. Sophie Jan Dunnell. Naseem Jalal. Kelly Ann Prescott. Peter Josef Swiatek. Emma Louise Linda Georgina Thomas. For the award of Foundation Degree in the Sciences, Ophthalmic Dispensing Registrable Award, Holly Ketchen. Angela Boyle. Stephen Charles Castle. Emily May Chell. Stacey Leanne Clillo. Kellyanne Cox. Inderjeet Dooley. Emma Jane Fisher. Luke Foster. Jennifer Goodale. Hannah Marie Gordon. Benedict Xavier Grant. Anna Kilner. Emma Louise Suzanne Lander. Janine Langley. Dawn Elizabeth Mack. Jeremy Moss. Niall Mark O'Connor. Also receiving the Esseler Award, Beverly Partridge. Christopher Pittman. Caroline Suzanne Peacock. Amy Peart Webb. Claire Rains. Rebecca Martha Ree. Colin Ryan. Jason Sovery. Matthew Peter Shadall. Thomas James Serrell. Sarah Ann Sobey. Victoria Emily Stambridge. Kirsty Louise Turner. Rebecca Louise Webb. Kobe James Williams. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Ophthalmic Dispensing, Zahra Ahmed. Aisha Barry. David James Belcher. Sundas Yasmin Chaudhry. Zainab Desai. Sahashdeep Dillon. James Dye. James Falconer. Also receiving the Federation of Ophthalmic and Dispensing Opticians Prize, Susanna Gorda. Rima Gorecha. Sen Garab Gurung. Nikita Hindoka. Tessa Catherine Horton. Mariam Hussain. Sufia Ambreen Iqbal. Rafiq Ullah Jan. Lauren Justice. Fatima Kasim. Grace Louise Keane. Nicholas Matthews. Lillian Milliner. Also receiving the Association of British Dispensing Opticians Prize, Hinida Mistry. Also receiving the Bosch and Lawn Prize, Alessi Mayo. Manisha Nahar. Amanda Okiki. Rajika Janki Patel. Shivani Patel. Melissa Roy, Saloni Shah, Rahul Sharda, Thanusha Thanaraja, Sandeep Tawana. Also receiving the Association of British Dispensing Opticians Prize and the Esseler Award, Louise Jean Todd. Jessica Upton. Barkavi Visvaratnam. Tulsi Vyas. Pibanash Michelle Zimwa. For the award of Bachelor of Optometry with Honours, Zainab Ahmed. Shaquille Jordan Akram. Harith Hamid Ali Al-Hassani. Fariha Ali. Manira Khalid Al-Thawadi. Marwa Mansi Al-Yabawi. Mohammed Samuel Amin. Hasham Ahmed Ashraf. Jazjot Bajra. Adil Begduri. Arjun Bamra. Angelica Nikki Bhatt. Charanpreet Singh Bugal. Nikita Belyakia. Zahira Bibi Habiba Besesser. Hannah Kasley. Karamjit Singh Chahal. Kiran Chamba. Fungna Julie Chan Yin Sang. Amar Sanjay Chandarana. Elaine Sini Chong. Tasnim Chaudhry. Hannah Naomi Cook. Taha Darmani. Jogar Dillon. Harkirat Singh Dugga. Alice Elizabeth Dixon. Katie Griffin. Siring Dalkar Gurung. Yakut Hasum. Adnam Hussain. Also receiving the Association of Optometrists Student Prize and the Hag Street Award, Meera Jasani. Mohammed Umar Javid. Zara Judge. Arus Kaleem. Harpreet Kaur. Jasdeep Kaur. Sarish Khalid. Sarba Khalid. Sophia Khalid. Syed Uzar Kawar. Eleanor Nobbs. Meera Lakhani. Mariam Bibi Mahmood. Bavleen Kaur Marwa. Isra Masood. Lacey Joelle McKay. Veronique Mendes Brown. Also receiving the High Street Award, Hervé Mistry. Lalinder Mudyar. Serena Parmar. Devesh Patel. Kajal Patel. Rakhi Patel. Adam Rabani. Maynard Roth. Nishma Sakaria. Zain Salim. Navjeet Kaur Sander. Gagan Sandhu. Ashni Kajal Sangani. Javanpreet Kaur Sangera. Anisha Sapra. Meera Dinesh Shah. Hasnam Shalim. Natasha Sharma. Gopi Krishna Sivalingam. Sinead Mary Smith. Amrina Solanki. Mohammed Taki. Also receiving the Keeler Award, Natasha Tariq. Buket Turkman. Rahima Udin. Mohit Verma. Jean Wong. Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present those who have been awarded higher research degrees. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy for the title Contrast Modulated Gratings and Letters, Consideration for Better Amblyopia Detection, Norsham Ahmad. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with the title The Optometric Correlates of Visual Stress, Laura Justine Munger.
Well done.
For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with the title Crowding in Visual Acuity Tests, Unravelling the Relative Roles of Optotype Separation, Gaze Control and Attention in Children and Adults, Yvonne Norgett.
Well done.
Vice-Chancellor, that completes the list of graduates for me to present to you today.
Thanks to the optometrist, I now need an audiologist. We're now nearing the end of the ceremony, but first I would like to ask Catherine Dunwell, one of our wonderful new graduates, to come to the podium to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of those receiving awards this evening. Catherine.
Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates, it is my genuine pleasure to offer the vote of thanks today on behalf of all the graduates sitting here. It is such a delight to be able to call ourselves graduates today, no longer students. And on behalf of all of us, I'd firstly like to thank the senior staff for overseeing the running of our courses while still managing to engage with us as students. I would also like to extend a huge thank you to all the faculty, staff and lecturers for their vast knowledge and ability to answer pretty much any question thrown at them, but also for their sheer enthusiasm for their fields, even when at times we were slightly less enthusiastic. Thank you also for going above and beyond to help with both the little things and the bigger things. I'm sure your help will not go unappreciated. For the staff working behind the scenes to ensure that both the main campus and the Young Street campus run smoothly, thank you for all that you do that sometimes goes unnoticed. To our family and friends beside us, thank you for remaining a constant throughout, for supporting us and for your unending patience when we have struggled or been stressed. Thank you also for celebrating with us today as you see the result of our hard work and your constant support. I'd now like to directly address my fellow graduates here. Thank you for being such a great, funny and friendly bunch. The last few years have been a joy. Our university experience has seen both highs and lows, but with every passed assignment, every completed practice book, every time we finally understood something in class that we previously didn't, we always knew that we were getting closer and closer to this point today where we can proudly say that we made it. Every step was an accomplishment. So to us now as qualified healthcare practitioners, do not forget or make light of what you have achieved. Getting to this point today has been a huge feat for each one of us. But remember that we all now have a responsibility to both ourselves and our patients to continually develop as practitioners throughout our careers, take opportunities and don't get complacent. We should try to remember that passion and excitement that we experienced right at the beginning, on our first day of university or our first day of practice, where we wanted to have a go at everything and we were enthralled by the experienced people teaching us, hoping that we could be like them one day. I hope each one of us will remember that passion and try to emulate it throughout our careers. This will help both us and the care we give to others. The NHS is a varied, vibrant and lively place that we should all feel incredibly privileged to practice within. To close, each and every one of us should be immensely proud of our achievements today. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Catherine, thank you. I now call for one final time on the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ian Martin.
And now, will all those who have been presented to me here on stage please stand? As Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, I hereby admit you to the degrees, diplomas and awards for which you have been presented to me today. As a member now of the community of scholars, take all that you have learned into society and uphold the values of freedom and thought and scholarship. Our warmest congratulations to you all. Your friends, families and supporters have provided you, as I said earlier, with a lot of support, and they've also provided a lot of applause and acknowledgement this evening. In reflection of the support that they've given you, can you turn and face them and return the honour? Once again, our heartiest congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the ceremony, and I declare the proceedings closed. You shouldn't have sat down. Will you please now all stand for the academic procession?